Alright, today I'm messing with the legendary Dark Knight Sparta mode for the Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. I think it's probably the most interesting mode in this game overall, because it just ups the enemy count by like a fuck ton. So it feels like, you know, you transition from a Devil May Cry game into more like a Dynasty Warriors-esque kind of game, except the enemies are like way more challenging. You know, probably take, well, yeah, it was like, they got many of them. I don't know, there's one, two, like 5 of them. Lady's actually pretty, you know, there's a whole lot more. Look at that! You just came out the walls, you thought you were safe, here comes a fuck ton more through the walls. Alright, yeah, back away a little bit, but yeah, so it's like, Lady's actually pretty good for this mode, because she's a long-range, heavy character, and the rocket launcher kind of makes things easier. Even with her, though, at times, like in certain stages, I just get clobbered. Because I think, yeah, judging by how much it hurts, I think they're keeping the same level of damage as maybe the hard mode. It just feels like it hurts way more than normal. Than the normal modes do, so I don't know particulars. I never read up on that. But another like upside to the mode is like, since you have more characters, and with the right character you can score triple S in almost one real move. Like you can just let that the charge move that she has, where she just throws her grenades all over the place. You get it high enough, and or even if it's low, you can just have it in like a whole clusterfuck of enemies. It goes to triple S really damn fast. So you can screw up, die a billion times, use a gold orb, all this crap, and you'll still get like an S when it's over. This may be, in a twisted irony, this may be the only difficulty I'll ever be able to get the trophy for getting every stage on S. I think I might actually be able to do it with this one. The other ones, I get S in most of them. There's always that one stage that no matter how the fuck I do it, I'm never going to get S in it. And I'm fine with that. But overall, yeah, I think I'm only like, as of this recording, I'm maybe like 8 stages in to this mode. I really like it so far. I actually really do. It's actually pretty good. And I like it a lot better than the fucking Bloody Palace mode. Like, I've beaten Bloody Palace before, my 360 version of the game, but I had to do it with, I think, Super Nero and Super Dante, and I wasn't able to do it, you know, with the regular versions of them, because it just combines my 2 most hated fucking modes. Survival and fucking timed anything. I don't like either of those fucking modes, and Bloody Palace is the epitome of them both at the very same goddamn time, so needless to say, not a mode I fucking like. Okay, there we go. I mopped those guys up. I'm gonna always be skipping those door CGs. I don't really care about them. They're door CGs. I'm not skipping anything relevant. Yeah, I figured I'd change things up and introduce this game. I've had this game for a while. I just never saw the need to record it until I started playing this mode. I was like, oh, this mode kind of feels different. You know, it's a lot more different from the other ones. A lot more, you know, characters come at your screen, so it kind of changes the dynamic a little bit. And it really looks spectacular. Like, especially with her, when you start doing her more big power moves that with the rockets that kind of gather up, you know, they consume a lot of the fucking screen. So they're way more dynamic in this mode. Like, Lady tends to shine even more in this mode, because you really start to see how crazy some of her shots are and how many enemies they can hit at once. You can really tell with this one, because, you know, you actually see it and they're all over the place. The other modes a little bit, but I think this one you're really gonna start enjoying using her the most here. She's actually one of my favorite additions. Like, I like her better than Virgil. Like, I like Virgil, he's okay, but you know, we had him in Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. Like, the version here is a little bit more, he has a little bit more to him than that, but at the base, that's mostly what he is. Still fun to use, don't get me wrong, but you know, I've never used Lady in a game, any of these games before, because she was never playable. You know, Trisha's also pretty good. They've done some things to her to kind of change her up and shit, but I'll talk about that if I ever get to do a video of her. But yeah, there we go. Let's open this real fast. When I get downstairs, you're really gonna see it. But I gotta push this damn thing first. Push it. Oh, let's get this out of here. There you go. Ah, yeah, falling down. I have her Devil May Cry 3 outfit as a alternate. I already did a run with that. Just never recorded it, but I don't mind either suit. Some people, I don't know, a friend of mine complains about the fact that her breasts have gotten bigger. It's like, well, she's gotten older, and I don't know what age she was, but I think she was like, what, a teenager? Somewhere in the 18s or some shit like that in the previous one, so I guess, you know, she does have a reason for them titties to grow when they're not implants. I mean, it's not like Ivy, where she somehow gets older and her boobs just enlarge somewhere past the 30 mark, but... Oh yeah, look at it, look at it! Look at the amount of enemies on screen. I'm so glad this mode got in here. There's one thing I'll say about Capcom when it comes to special editions, you know, they really actually put something in it. It's not just, oh hey, you know, we gave you the same fucking game with an HD filter, but hey, guess what? Pay full price for it, asshole. No! No! This actually has more stuff to it. It has more characters, it has the extra difficulty. You can speed up the game, apparently, among other things. So it's like, you know, it offers a lot more than the initial edition did, and it costs less. It's only like, what, 25 and change? Something like, yeah, it's almost 30. It was like 25. It's a really good deal when you think about it. It's actually a really, really good deal. This is, of course, digital only, so you know, there's no disc version. Only Japanese version got a disc version. I don't really care, because I was dead set to download it anyway, so what the hell does it matter? It used to mean something. I mean, the only difference between having a disc and not having a disc is, you know, if you're doing the whole thing with the profiles and you're sharing with someone, so unless the online is on, you won't be able to play your fucking games if they're digital. Disc-wise, you can play anything except, you know, the DLC. Some of it won't work. Some of it will, some of it won't. You know, your mileage may vary according to games. Yeah, I'm just getting points here. Yeah, by the time every stage is done, you'll have so many red orbs. You'll get like a fuck ton by the time it's done. You'll get like a lot of them. And there's no way around that one. But what else is it? Yeah, I'm still trying to get up here. Still trying to get up here. Still trying to get up here. Alright, my greed is satiated for the moment. Let's get to that big room. Oh, here they come. You know, I'm fighting these dudes a lot earlier. I think I'm supposed to. Yeah, look how many of them are all over the place. Yeah, you gotta stick and move with her. She's a long range type. She's not a melee person, which makes it great for this mode. Another thing I like they added, they do actually hit each other. I don't know if this was here before, but they do hurt each other if they're not careful, or, you know, they do a thing with the sides that if the demons and these freaking Milo Angelo clones show up, they actually will attack each other, which is nice, because, you know, they attack each other in CG, and I don't know if the original version did that, where they attack each other. And I know this one does it, but I don't know if the original one did it. Which is good, that's really consistent with the way it's supposed to be. You know, they're not allies. They're not allies at all. One is exploiting the other, and one is just running on instinct. Oh, God damn it. Sometimes they'll come out of nowhere. You still gotta worry about those. I'm not one to complain about camera angles. I never do. I rarely complain about them. I think the only time I will complain about is maybe some of the Dynasty Warriors game has that problem. You back up against the wrong wall, you can't see a goddamn thing. But this one almost, so you have to constantly shift the camera. It's not a horrible camera. It's just, you know, you gotta work with it. You gotta tweak it sometimes. You have to get the best view. You won't always put it in there. And the worst comes to worst, just listen. Try to use your ears and try to forget that somebody's gonna try to hit you. That's one saving grace about these games. Everybody has a pronounced sound. More often than not. There's always like some sort of sound that precedes a specific attack. So every time you hear the sound, it kind of helps with the dodging. I know that, but yet I still fuck up sometimes. So, yeah, see? The only thing you have to worry about her is that certain moves, you know, breaking out of them takes a long ass time. Especially the rocket launcher. That's the penalty. It's very powerful, but in between shots, you can't move as quickly as you'd like. So you have to be very, very, like, I'm jamming the shit out of that jump button every time I use the rocket launcher, because I don't want to get destroyed. So it makes, you know, this stage is actually more interesting now. Normally I think this stage is one of the more boring stages, but in this difficulty it actually revs up because all the extra enemies and stuff, and all the different enemy types you run into. The game didn't add any new enemies, though, so that That's the only, I think, the only thing I felt that would be missing if you compare it to like the Ninja Gaiden remakes. But given Tecmo's obnoxious track record of remaking one title fucking 9 times, I'm looking at you, DOA. So they have to fucking do shit like that just to distract you from the fact that they literally resold you that same game so many times is ridiculous. Even Ninja Gaiden 1, I mean, I lost track how many times that fucking game has a remake. But as far as like re-releases go, this is way better than the Resident Evil HD release of the GameCube version. That one's kind of, that one fucking sucks. Like, I'll be real with you, but it doesn't add anything. I think the only thing it added, I mean, as far as I noticed, you have one different character model that's borrowed from the Resident Evil Revelations series. It's not even a new character model. It's just Chris from Revelations and Jill from Revelations as an alternate costume. It's just, who the fuck cares? So I didn't pay for it. Actually, I got it for free. I played it a little bit, but I don't know. It's too slow paced. Granted, yeah, it's a horror game. I know, I get it. It doesn't mean shit because it's the same fucking area since God knows how long, and I don't know, it just doesn't stand the test of time very well. This one kind of does, to a point, but it has its flaws. They didn't really, like, add new stages. But I guess that's fine. I'm just surprised, you know, they added what they added with the characters. That's what the game's meat really is, and the cool thing about this game also is that I don't have to wait to use the new shit. You get access to all the characters from the start. They don't make you play a fucking waiting game where you have to play the regular default, dull as dishwater game that you've been playing for years just to get access to the new shit. And whoever the hell is doing any other HD editions over the years and they want to add new content, take this game as an example. Give us the content immediately. Don't put it behind a freaking completion wall. It was just going to discourage me from playing the goddamn thing. I'm not going to want to do it. Anyway. Yeah, this wasn't as long as I thought it would be. Yeah, I think we're running up on the finish line here, and that would be done. And yeah. There's a little taste of that. It's really fun to use. S. You're going to be seeing those a lot when you play this mode. There's no way around it. Alright, so I'll see you guys around, and that's it for now.